Welcome to Odd One Out. Animals. Find which one doesn't belong. Puzzle 1. Which one doesn't belong? Kangaroo, wallaby, wombat, and echidna. Think about reproductive methods. The odd one out is echidna. Echidna is a monotreme. The others are marsupials. Kangaroos, wallabies, and wombats all give birth to live young and have pouches where their babies develop. Echidnas lay eggs instead of giving birth to live young. Puzzle 2. Which one doesn't belong? Falcon, hawk, eagle, and ostrich. Consider flying abilities. The odd one out is ostrich. Ostrich is a flightless bird. The others are birds of prey. Falcons, hawks, and eagles all have sharp talons and hooked beaks for catching and eating prey. Ostriches are large, ground-dwelling birds with powerful legs but cannot fly. Puzzle 3. Which one doesn't belong? Tuna, salmon, swordfish, and shrimp. Think about body structure. The odd one out is shrimp. Shrimp is a crustacean. The others are fish. Tuna, salmon, and swordfish all have scales and fins like other fish. Shrimp has an exoskeleton and multiple limbs. Puzzle 4. Which one doesn't belong? Gazelle, pronghorn, impala, and rhinoceros. Consider body size and defense mechanisms. The odd one out is rhinoceros. Rhinoceros is a large, herbivorous mammal with armor plating. Gazelles, pronghorns, and impalas all have slender bodies, long legs, and are known for their speed. Rhinoceroses are much larger, slower moving, and have distinctive horns and tough skin. Puzzle 5. Which one doesn't belong? Coral, sea anemone, jellyfish, and starfish. Think about mobility and body structure. The odd one out is starfish. Starfish is a free-moving, bilateral animal with 5 arms. Corals and sea anemones are both fixed in place, colonial animals. Jellyfish are gelatinous and have stinging tentacles, but no backbone or internal skeleton. Puzzle 6. Which one doesn't belong? Snake, lizard, turtle, and crocodile. Consider limb presence. The odd one out is snake. Snake is a legless reptile. The others have legs or flippers. Snakes slither on their bellies and lack limbs. Lizards, turtles, and crocodiles all have limbs that help them move. Puzzle 7. Which one doesn't belong? Mole, hedgehog, armadillo, and porcupine. Think about adaptations for protection. The odd one out is mole. Mole is a blind, burrowing mammal with no spines or armor. Hedgehogs, armadillos, and porcupines all have distinctive protective coverings. Moles are well adapted for digging underground but lack these defense mechanisms. Puzzle 8. Which one doesn't belong? Octopus, squid, nautilus, and clam. Consider body structure and appendages. The odd one out is clam. Clam is a bivalve mollusk with 2 hinged shells. The others are cephalopods. Octopuses and squids have tentacles and ink sacs. Nautiluses have many tentacles but also a shell like a snail. Puzzle 9. Which one doesn't belong? Puma, cheetah, leopard, and wolf. Think about evolutionary relationships. The odd one out is wolf. Wolf is a canine. The others are felines. Pumas, cheetahs, and leopards all have retractable claws and primarily eat meat. Wolves also eat meat but belong to a different biological family. Puzzle 10. Which one doesn't belong? Ferret, weasel, mongoose, and skunk. Consider diet and defense mechanisms. The odd one out is skunk. Skunk has a distinctive odor and is not typically carnivorous like the others. Ferrets, weasels, and mongooses all primarily eat small animals or insects. Skunks have a strong defense mechanism but mostly eat plants. Great observation skills. Subscribe for more odd one out puzzles.